In today's video, we'll be talking about how to measure your boxes before you send it into your Amazon warehouse. If you don't do it the specific way Amazon has, mentioned, you probably will get your goods missing in transit, or they might reject your inventory when it gets to the warehouse. So let's do it the right way. Follow me in this video so that I can show you. Right here, I have my measuring tape and I also have my scale. Okay, so we'll start by measuring. I'll just drag the camera a little bit further in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's get it up a little bit. Okay. Now before you start, you make sure you have your piece of paper that you use in writing out the dimensions. Okay, so now we'll start by measuring the length. So this is the length. You make sure your tape is at least starting from the first inch, which is the number 1 there, and you put it at the very edge of the box. And then right here we have the length as 12. Yeah, we have the, so you can measure in inches, okay, or centimeters, but let's measure, because this particular one says centimeters right here. But it starts at the very edge of the box here, and then this is 12, 1 to 12 right there. So I'm going to write my length is 12, length equals to 12. Okay, and then we're measuring the width. We can either do this like this, or we can do it like this. Still the same thing. This and this thing is still the same thing. So I'm gonna start right here, 1 from, you see how it's at the edge right there, and this is 15. If you can see right there, 15. Okay, Amazon don't want you to have point something, 0.1, 0.2. No, it's a round figure that you will put. So it's going to be, my width is 15. Now I'm going to measure the height. So we have the length, the width, and the height. Now the height is going to be just from here to here. Height. So I will say 6. Remember I said Amazon don't want 6 point whatever, because if you look at it here, it can be 6.5, but you can put 6. It's okay. Amazon don't want you to put anything in decimal points. So right here we're going to put 6. Now we have 12, 15, and 6. Okay, that's what we have as the dimension of this particular box. So if all the boxes are of the same shape, okay, if all the boxes are of the same shape, you don't need to measure all the boxes, but you have to weight them. Okay, but if they're of different boxes, different shapes, different sizes of box, you have to measure all the dimensions just like this, yeah. And then after you have measured, then it's time for you to weight the box. So you're going to put your scale on the ground like so, and then you put the box. So for this one, I think it comes like this. I turn it on, and then I can either use kg or pounds. So right now I want to use kg. So for this one, I'm going to just drop the box, and then it will show me. So just because it's just nothing is there, it might not read anything. But if your box has weight, the weight, okay, it's actually showing 0.03 kg. Maybe that's the weight because of the carbon paper inside. So it says 0.5. So you just make sure that when you are measuring, like when you are scaling your boxes, you don't want to be moving around. So once you turn it on, you put your boxes, you drop it on, if it's the one you are holding, if you are holding it right, you drop it on a plain surface where you can see, so that it doesn't move, your hands are not shaking, and then you get the right number. So now the weight of this item is 0. You see, it keeps shaking, so I'll just let it be steady, then I get the right number, 0.10. That's the weight, just because there's nothing there. So that's how you measure the box. So you put in the length, the weight, the width, the height, and the weight of the box. Those are the 4 dimensions you need before you can print your shipping label. If you don't have these dimensions, you can't print your shipping label, because they need these informations for you to generate your shipping labels. As the product label, the one you put on the product, and the one you put on the box. Okay, I hope this information helps, and I will see you in my next one. I'm still your educator. Bye.